Dr. G. Really? Who's she?
Yeah, that's me.
Dr. G. Really? Who's she?
Yeah, that's me. Greetings and welcome to Office Hours with Dr. G. I'm your host, Dr. G, and I am so glad that you could keep our appointment. I know we're starting at a different time today, and actually we are still waiting for Her Majesty Empress Chakra wearer Ningrat to log in. But tonight is going to be an update on the Matriarch's Southern Indian Tribal Nations visit to Philadelphia that's coming up this coming Mother's Day weekend, May 11th, 12th, and 13th. You want to be there. It's going to be epic. It's going to be historic. And the matriarchs, clan mothers are all going to be seated. And I don't want to talk too much because I don't know a whole lot. And that's why Her Majesty is going to be on here tonight to talk about it, so you will know exactly what's going on and why you need to make an appearance and be a part of this. As I said, I'm waiting for her to log on. She has another real important presentation that's going on, and but we think it's important enough that you get this information since the event is going to be this coming Saturday, Sunday, and Monday in the city of brotherly love and sisterly affection. Wow. Welcome. Hi, it's your host, Dr. G. And as I said, I am waiting for Empress to log in. She is doing they're doing a class, a doula class. There she is. I think so.
And we've done this for tens of thousands of hundreds of thousands of years.
Okay, here we go.
Women of the family are the women of the community, are the women of the tribe.
Love and light.
Safely.
Love and light. I can hear some. I thought that was me talking, but you must have something else.
Right. I'm going to merge you in, and then we'll get started because I'm running about 5 minutes or 10 minutes over. So if you want to let me just merge you in so that everybody can see what's going on, and then we'll go right into
okay, y'all. Okay.
All right. So I'm going to. I think I want to share my screen. If you do I hit the present button so that
yes,
you can see my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Being in the hospital is very, very new, which is why the mortality rate for melanated or indigenous people, meaning us.
Let me see. You hit share screen, I think.
So
yes.
Just really
it needs to pop up, so I don't see it yet.
We don't really have to be in that. It's a lot of things that they've done in place, from the medicines, the epidurals, the unnecessary C-sections, things like that. And not only have we
can you see my screen?
Yet. It hasn't come up yet.
Okay.
But like Mother Empress was saying, tribally things we've missed, like having the yoni things beforehand that naturally releases the oxytocin that you're able to have. Having the certain
I think what we're hearing is a doula class, if I'm not mistaken. Okay.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
The births to be with you or around the baby and just all of that.
So I'm gonna
having them there after
and
the
share
birth.
my
Share
screen.
screen.
It's just so many
Okay.
things that are outside. This is not even just the doula, but just the family side.
So it's
that
asking me
can
what
help
screen I want to
reduce
share.
So you click on the one that you want to share.
Now labeled as postpartum depression, but that's really just that the mother's overworked. That's really what they do. As well as
How's everybody doing out there? While we're waiting, please, please, please like and share. Share. This is important. Press that like button, because a lot of times y'all come on here, you stay on here, but you don't like it. If you don't like it, why you staying? So press like. Come on, let that be what we do when we come on. And it's not for monetary, because we are not monetized. It just puts us up in the algorithm so people can find our videos, our what we are presenting.
Do I have to okay,
Click on the when you click on the screen that you want to share, it should pop up here so I can. Okay, there it is.
Okay, so do you see it?
The Zoom, I see Zoom.
Okay, so
So someone said on 4/27 they had a daughter, granddaughter had a child in the hospital.
So it's your Zoom screen.
My Zoom screen. I wanted to share my screen that I am actually in right now.
So we want to remove this one.
I don't want that one. I would like to share.
They have them, and if they haven't did the birth certificate, then they're fine. But if they have did the birth certificate already,
please,
can you see it now?
Let me see if we got.
Kind of a different process.
Still seeing Zoom.
For those who have gone through it. So
okay, just give me a minute, and then
right,
you guys can just listen if that's okay, because I'll be finished in 1 minute.
Like that's why they created the census. The census is multiple reasons. A lot of the census was created so they could wipe us off the slate and do the changes of the names to take us away as being indigenous people. That's where they did a lot of the, I call it the paper assassination.
Oh, I know what I want to share. There we go.
Are you back, Empress?
I am. Just give me 1 second. I need to.
She's pulling up about the.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up about the EIN. So I'm working with 2 screens right now.
She's doing any other questions that we missed?
Let's see. There we go. IRS.gov.
And Rob get back in. I think
okay, so
he probably had something he wanted to add.
So can you see my screen?
I still see your Zoom screen. We just see the word, with Zoom across, but not your actual.
Okay, let me do the actual screen.
Okay, I got you now.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to leave out because I was talking and you couldn't hear me.
There we go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so one of the purposes of the birth certificates, if you notice that they're bank bonds, right? So when the families come back into their inheritance, the birth certificate,
hearing Chief Pontiac
born in California will give him access to his own money when he in Florida. So when we go into family banks, you'll be able to go to any big mama with your birth certificate, and she'll be able to give you whatever the currency.
I can't put it on my screen. I'm not in the Zoom.
Straight from your account.
Okay.
Because this is how they communicate that banking information. So the birth certificate is also accompanied by the family book, which is the birth record of the lineage and the bloodline. So when you're writing up the birth certificate, all of the big mamas in the family,
I see.
Where they're going to be using the birth certificate to log the child.
We don't see the screen, but we see the bottom part of
access to their own wealth.
Okay, it should turn.
Right.
It should be able to do it now.
Big Mama in Carolina can call Big Mama in Arizona and say, "Do you have birth certificate of Little River running from
we just see the bottom part of the Zoom. We just see the bottom part of the Zoom.
Okay, hold on.
River Creek running.
Now I can do
She was like, "Oh yeah, that's my grandbaby. Girl, you better go and get that baby. Whatever you want, just send me the bill." Right? Because that's what the purpose of those documents are. Those documents has been being used to our detriment And now we have to use them to our advantage, right? So this is the purpose of it. You won't, otherwise you don't need to record that.
Okay.
Is that right? Can you see it now, Dr. G?
Yes, we see it.
That makes sense
Okay,
to a mother
perfect.
on what she's writing this paper up on her child for, because for all she knows, she's writing an indictment for his homicide.
Okay, I merged.
Right.
Thank you, Rob.
So when you realize what it's used for, the baby was that birth certificate. You're supposed to say that birth certificate for when you stranded somewhere and you need to get access to your funds. We didn't have ID. We didn't have state ID. They're free papers for slaves. Driver's license, free papers for slaves. They law say that a license is permission to do something that would otherwise be illegal. So if the government can create crime and prosecute you for it, and they using our instruments of financial security, telling us we don't know what you're talking about, right? So they trading us on the stock market. They trading our children on the stock market. They trading our deceased grandparents on the stock market, because the death certificate is also traded. Right? Because they know by the day you left and the day you was born, when you scheduled to come back according to the alignment of the stars. So if they using the longitude and latitude on the ground to match up to a stellar event, this is why they need your date of birth, your time of birth, and your location of birth. That's called triangulation.
And that's why these new ones is coming in and not coming in on that supposedly time of birth, and they are moving on a different schedule because they know they're being tracked. I'm telling you what I'm seeing in real time.
Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Okay, I've merged Dr. G in with us so that I could not keep her waiting, and maybe her folks can just kind of just be patient with me. I'm only one person, but I am definitely accommodating.
Like a team.
Yes. So if I want to share one more other thing before I go into Dr. G's show, and you guys can be more than welcome to stay while I'm speaking with Dr. G about the upcoming Philadelphia event. So you know, you cannot operate on this realm without some form of a public entity with a number, right? Can you guys see me on the screen? Can you guys see? It's black. It's black, isn't it? I don't know why my screen. I don't know why my screen is black.
Yeah, it's showing your you know how it is when you first get on Zoom and we have like our little thing. You may have to just
the logo.
Yeah, the logo. Take your logo off and put it.
I know. I did, and for some reason it's still not showing me, but it don't matter. You can hear my voice, and that's good enough, right?
Yes, ma'am.
That you have to have some kind of number, like a social security number. They make you apply for a social security number for your baby, right? In order for you to navigate. So an alternative is, how many of you all have had businesses and had to apply for an EIN number, right? So you can do the same thing with your baby's name.
Okay,
and can you see my screen?
Yeah, we can see you now.
Okay. So if you go to the irs.gov website, can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you click on apply for an EIN number. And then you go down here and apply online now. And then you click on begin. and you want to click the sole proprietor, or either you want to click on trust.
Right.
But most of the time, people click on a sole proprietor. You can also go back in and apply for a trust with your baby's name as well, right? And but I would, because today when I went in and I did this, just to show Phoenix what to do. And if you click continue and then hit sole proprietor, and then they want to, tell you what's what with it, and then you hit continue. And then you want to say for banking purposes. Okay.
Just tie back to what I was talking to while you was going, Empress.
Exactly. And then you
FYI right quick, this is going to be transferred over to the Small Business Administration when the IRS closes, just so y'all know.
Yeah. So
for him to know, it's a confirmation when we had the tornado in Arkansas. They did not send the FEMA. They sent, the FEMA came in, but FEMA sent the people to small business, as a matter of fact, SBA, to get the funds and the money. And matter of fact, to let you know that it's real and it's true. In fact, my cousin, because I had 2 family members severely affected, got their new homes and all their stuff today because they got their funds in from SBA. So what he's saying, whether you believe it or not, receipts on that.
Go ahead, Empress.
Okay, so this is where you want to put your baby's name at, right? Now there's ways to get around this social security number putting in, because the baby doesn't have one. So you want to put 000, and when you do that, I'm gonna show you what will happen. I'm gonna put Mary and then Louise. Man, okay. And when you put 000, 000, right? And you click on I'm the sole proprietor, and then you click on continue, it's going to give you a 1-800 number to call, right? And when you call the 1-800 number, you're applying and you don't have a social. That's one way of doing it. They'll give you a 1-800 number, and they'll give you the reference number that you want to them to reference that application that you started. And then another way that you can do this, let me start over. You get to this point again. And then you want to put for banking purposes. And then you put the baby's name. And then if you have a business, you can put your ITN number in there. And I wouldn't suggest that you put your social there, because you've already you don't want to connect that baby with your social itself. So you want to put a business name there that's connected to you, and the business EIN number there. Like if you got a trust and it's got an EIN number, you want to put that in there, and then continue. Okay, and so the rest of the application process is easy after that. And we can do that all day long. So that's a way that you can have control over your baby's name, and using your baby in commerce before they actually use it. Does that make sense
That's like
to everybody?
Caps too, right?
Yeah, you capture the baby in all caps. And so now when you need to use your baby's a social, you'll be using the baby's EIN number in commerce. That's a pretty cool way to do it, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
And you can flip the EIN number to the social, to a social. It's all going to come back to your baby's name.
When the IRS closes, Empress, that social security number,
yeah,
is going to be tied to the family's bank. They're going to surrender because it's an account attached to that. So when they give the money back to the people, they have to give them that account back.
Right. And
they have to have the family bank set up, which the training going to be done through the SBA, and they won't be asking for a social security number. They'll be asking for, it's like a resident number for your big mama bank.
Mm-hmm.
And then it'll have like the numbers, the first 3, the 2 in the middle, and the last 4 would be telling them which big mama you attached to on the land and how your money gets to you. So that's how you will be using your birth certificate in the future.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why you have to do them yourself, because they're going to be through your family's bank that every family is going to learn how to set the family bank up.
Yeah.
That's why everybody need a family banker and everybody need a family trust.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm playing a big part in that, which I can't talk about right now, but everything is happening behind the scenes. So with that, I yield, and that
I think you have to go real quick, but before, those who currently have had children, if you can just mention real quickly that, and then I know you have to go. Okay, thank you.
Yes, so those of you all have already had children, if they grown, then they grown, okay? But if you still got little children, and you have to come through my class in order to know how to navigate as a sovereign, and how to do the things that you need to do in order to come out of the belly of the beast, because that's a process. There's no need me giving you something and you hadn't even got your head straight, or giving you sovereign whatever it is that I need to give you for you and your children. That will only happen through after you come through the sovereign classes. So those of you all who have not been sitting with us, it's fine. If you want to send Phoenix, send the sovereign, send email me first, so that I can keep you all together, and then move you over to Legacy Committee, so that they can start sending you links to just sit in. But open enrollment will be in October. But you can take part in just sitting in to see, what we're doing in this 12 steps to sovereignty is. And again, people have taken the word sovereign and turned it into something bad, and that's not true. If you look at the meaning of sovereign, the definition of sovereign is that soul reigns.
Right.
That's what sovereign means. So don't let them put citizen on it. You can control that. You can't control what people do with that word and how they misconstrue the word to be what it is. So I want y'all to understand what the word sovereign means soul reigns. Okay?
Sovereign citizen is an oxymoron. You can't be both at the same time.
That's correct.
Right.
Okay.
And we'll do a follow-up dealing with transitional.
Yes.
Another time. We can't do everything today, but we will do, because again, I'm a birth doula and a transitional doula. So, I think the transitional is even as important, if not even more than this one. Not only the what you want to call it, certificate or information, but even the process of how we transition our loved ones out of here. Right.
So I'm looking. So if you guys can just stay with me while I transition. I trust that this has been very informative for each of you, at least for a start. How many of you all enjoyed at least what we put down today? If I could see your hands in the screen, that would be great.
And don't forget, current doulas and midwives, I'm going to have a follow-up with you because especially if you are delivering and you want to do this process, I want to make sure you please give it to me so I can get it to Empress and we can get it to the moms. Your current moms that are pregnant, you know you want to do this, get with me so I can make sure that you get whatever information to me so I can get it. We get, everything back to you because I had so many emails and inboxes, which is hence why we did this. So I just want to make sure that I'm getting the tribe's request kind of out.
Okay.
And if you are interested in being a doula or anything, you definitely inbox me regarding that because we definitely want to get more people at home birth or home birthing centers, or you all create your own birthing center.
Okay, so I wanted to answer Anaya's question. Yes, you can, and you talk to Phoenix about it, and I'll make sure that we make that happen for you, okay?
What was her question?
Her question was, can she still get a birth certificate? Her baby was born on 4/27.
Oh, okay.
And so, yes, you can, and we'll tell you to you can cash out the $30, and I'll find a way for you all to. I think my cash app is like $sign Cherokee Found.
Isn't it Cherokee Nation 11? I think.
Yeah, if you could put that in the chat for them, so those who want to do a birth certificate for the new babies, we'll go ahead and do those, and we'll get them done for you.
Okay.
If you want to make a donation, you can also do that as well.
Okay.
But just make sure that you put whether this is for a birth certificate or whether it's for a donation. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
If she's already gotten a current one with the system, is it the same process, or how do you want to?
No, I'm just for the newborn babies.
No, I'm saying the one that was born 4/27. That one. That's the one I'm asking about.
Say that to ask the question again.
The one that was born on April 27th. If she's already gotten a birth certificate.
Have you already gotten a birth certificate, Anaya? Can you unmute yourself and tell me?
Okay, yeah, it was my daughter. She went and she had the baby on the 27th. I was telling her not to do the birth certificate there. I'm not sure if she did. I know she was saying they sent her something saying that she's gonna have to pay $20 or something like that to be able to get the birth certificate from wherever it is.
Yeah, your daughter got the baby's birth certificate. So I need for her to transition into the sovereign classes first. Okay, because that's a whole process on its own. So I would want her to come through that. Okay. New mommies, please get in touch with Phoenix so that we can help you to keep the baby's name sacred. Okay. All right. So Dr. G, are you still there with me?
I'm here. Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna transition you guys. Thank you, and you guys can hang out with me and Dr. G. Okay.
You can come over and
Okay. So Dr. G, let me find you, lady.
Okay, here. So I'm gonna take this off right now. Here we are.
Okay.
Oops. Let me get you back here.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna transition them over into your screen so I can share my screen so they can see you and me now.
Okay.
Oh, there I am. Okay, can you guys on Zoom see us? Can you guys on Zoom see us? Yes. Okay. All right. Ooh, girl, you know what? I must be getting good at this stuff because I'd be like, okay, if I don't, the best teacher in the world is through doing it yourself so you can get the experience that you need. Otherwise, you might get left behind.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, but thank you so much. As I said, of course, the last week, weekend before last, get it right,
Yes.
at the Spring in Action Conference, which we had an amazing time with you and the nation that came with you, the part of the nation that came with you. And at the end of your presentation, of course, there was of course, the Galactic Treaty was read, and it was powerful. It was amazingly powerful. We do have it on Facebook, on my Facebook page, because I just happened to, be recording on the phone. But we signed, the Matriarch signed that document. But you gave an announcement that there were seats that were going to be reclaimed in Philadelphia, at Congress Hall on the weekend, Mother's Day weekend, historically Mother's Day weekend. And so folks are asking questions, when, how,
Yeah.
how's this going to happen, and so forth and so on. And who better to give us that information and as to what is going on, as much as you care to share, because I know you can't share everything.
Yeah,
but
I will.
And you have the floor, Empress.
Yeah, I will. I'll share everything that I can share, and everything that I can't, I still will share in a roundabout way. How about that? Because I'm very transparent. But
I
first of
appreciate
all, woo woo woo, everybody! We're getting ready for to come to Philadelphia, and my purpose for coming to Philadelphia is to reclaim our rightful government seats that have been concealed in Philadelphia, where they shut our government down and created another government called Washington, D.C., where they've been sitting at. But when those seats were filled, they were, of course, the story's been told that they showed the men, the Caucasian men, and then they showed Hanson, the one black man. They told the damn story completely. Let me tell you something. A half truth is a whole damn lie.
Absolutely.
Okay. I don't care how you tell it. If you don't tell the whole story the way it's supposed to, or you omit things that could change the thought process of how you see a thing, then you are still running on half information, and you're running on a lie. And a lie is still being fed to you. So what they're not telling us is that it was the melanated women that were sitting in those seats when they shut us down. And us means melanated women. We were the seat of the government across this land, and all sovereign tribal nations held their business in Philadelphia. They came from all the tribal nations, all the representative of the tribal nations. The clan mothers sent the representative to sit in those seats. and handle the tribal government business. And that's why you see, on TikTok, the flyer. And I went to Philadelphia right after I left, because you have to remember, nobody knew this, but right before I left to come to Delaware is when I found this information out. And it was so fresh, right? It would be appropriate to make this journey on Mother's Day, if nothing else, so that they can understand what's getting ready to happen. I don't have all the answer as to how we're going to assemble as far as after this weekend, but it's unfolding as there's no book on this thing, y'all. It's unfolding live. As it unfolds, I'm unfolding it to you. And as it's given to me, that's what I'm doing. Now, some of you I've heard from Dr. G, because I'm gonna tell you, I don't do drama. I don't do drama at all. I don't go nowhere and have drama and do drama and conjure up drama. I'm about love and peace and the order of a thing. And I operate in divinity, and my own divinity in my spirit, my higher self, because it's been enough of the lower Makuf energies going on as it relates to anybody and anything on this planet right now. So I tend to stay away from all the negative and people saying, a sovereign, and they took the word sovereign and created this whole illusion of what sovereign is. And now we got people calling themselves sovereign citizen. Well, you call yourself a sovereign citizen. I call myself a sovereign. That's all I call myself, is a sovereign. That means soul reigns. So those of you all don't know what sovereign means, it means soul reigns. It means that the spirit, your soul, was first before this flesh. It's housed in the flesh. And because it was first, it governs the body. So I'm not a citizen. I'm a citizen of the universe. If they want to call me a citizen, I'm a citizen of the omniverse. But we don't have citizens on the end of our names. We're just sovereign, and sovereign alone. God is sovereign alone. So if I'm God, then I'm sovereign. That's what the words say in the Bible. It says that God is sovereign and sovereign alone. The sovereign God, I'm a sovereign God. So I want to make that very clear. That's the first thing. The second thing that I want to clear up is nobody's going to march and going down there and start no kind of trouble. We're going down there and get some reconnection back to where our government seats are. And I went to Philadelphia along with Lady Dancing Sun and myself, and we stayed, I think, a total of 4 days to get things in place. I met with some city officials. I met with a king there. I met with FBI agents and all that there. So I don't do messy at all. So that's the first thing I want to tell everybody. They know, and I met with them, and they know who I am, and they know why I'm coming. So those of you all that don't understand the itinerary, what's going to happen, Dr. G, I want to share the itinerary and explain a few things, because I've had some officials to put things in place, like the dinner on Sunday and stuff. So I need to send this to my email so that you guys can I can pull it up on my screen.
Now I have that one flyer up, already have it here. But
Great.
that's the dinner.
Yes, and then I'll if you pull that, yeah, and I'll send. Well, if you sent that to me, so I'll let you share your screen on that when I get to it. That'll be okay. Okay.
That's fine.
All right, and then I'm gonna. There we go. So I want to go here, my inbox, and let me see. All righty. I'm waiting for it to come in.
Disconnected.
It's actually loading. Give me a second here. Still trying to. It hadn't came through yet. I guess it's just running a little slow.
You're trying to pull in there. Empress, while you're pulling in, can I just mention astrologically why it's so important that you're going?
Yes, ma'am, you can. Thank you, sweetie.
Yes, ma'am. So astrologically, it's meant that you're just going there on time. A lot of people don't realize that these United States of America corporation has two what they call natal charts, right, or birth chart, and they're both housed out of not Washington, D.C., but Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, because this is where they birthed their nation in 1776 and in 1783, I believe. So it is it's definitely dually on time that she's doing this. And they know that this is what they call their Saturn in Pisces, which Saturn is their harmonic return. Everything that they pushed out in this illusion is coming back on them, and their Pluto in Aquarian return, which means it's going back to the what they call the rebellious. Aquarius is known as the rebellious spirit. So they know this is the end of their reign. They know that this is why the divine feminine is here. Next year, Virgo, which is the divine mother, will be eclipsing and coming in that same year of March 13th, 2025, which is probably why this is happening this year. March is the March of the Mary. Cancer, which is the divine feminine energy, the mother, will be moving into their Jupiter or Juno. Juno is the real name, which is the divine feminine of the rising. So everything that is going on, which is just like we have our birth certificates, this nation has it, was all housed not in Washington, D.C. They moved to the capital from Pennsylvania to Washington, D.C. But their birth charts, which they had two of them, are out of Pennsylvania.
Oh, keep talking, girlfriend. You definitely hit the nail right on the head as to why I'm glad you talked about that because of the pictures that I showed on my TikTok showed the zodiac, the signs around the emblem inside the building. Those
been on social media in a week, so they let you know it's the spirit. Because I hadn't even seen it.
Yeah, it's on my TikTok. I don't know why I'm not receiving my emails yet, y'all. I'm sending myself emails, and normally it shows up by now, and it hadn't shown up for some reason. They probably still messing. Dr. G.
Yes.
Can you pull the itinerary up for me, please?
I only have the one with the dinner on it. That's the only.
Okay, I'm getting ready to send you I sent you the itinerary as well. I can send it to you in your email, or you want me to send it to you on your phone?
Send it as email.
Okay. Is Rod still on here?
I believe he is. I don't think he jumped off.
Okay, Rob, could you come in, please?
If he isn't, I can text him.
Yeah, please tell, ask him to come back,
Okay.
please.
All right. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Let me do it real quick. I'll get off and come right back on.
Okay, I sent the first one to you.
Okay, I'm not sure to which email. You know, I got a bunch, but let me
Okay,
see.
so it's the Nala,
Okay. All right.
and then I'm gonna send you the.
Okay, I can't get in there. Let me try again.
It's like they blocking me from sending out my emails to myself or anybody.
It may be. Every time I try to get my emails, it's saying, "Oh, snap! Something went wrong with this web page." I don't think they want us to get that stuff.
I don't think they want us to get it.
It's I can't get into any of my emails either. So let me go to Dr. Mayla. I don't know which one you sent it to, but everything keeps saying, "Oh, snap!" Now it's just spinning.
Can you believe that?
I do believe it. I do believe it.
Yeah, I do.
It's technology. It can be controlled.
Right. I've never not had.
Oh, snap. There it goes.
For them to see it. That's what it may be.
Okay. Well. Oh well. I guess not.
Close that. What application is it trying to close? Okay. I'm trying to get. I can't get it. I do have the one.
I'll see him hop in. I'll make sure he's admitted in.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all. Well, it says, oh yeah, it's saying that everything was unsent. So they're blocking
you out of here, sister.
They're blocking us from actually sending anything.
Yeah.
It's saying that my stuff was unsent.
Yeah.
They won't send it.
I'm just saying we're having a discussion, and I'm going to say this: if you don't like what's being said, you can invite yourself off the channel, or I'll take you off. So I'm not going to do this today. I'm not going to let you just, if you don't agree, keep it to yourself. You can quietly sit there and keep it to yourself, but I'm not going to let you disrupt. I'm not going to let you do it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. So, I tell you what, Phoenix.
Yeah.
Can you email me and see if it'll come through my email?
Okay, I'll do it right now.
Okay. And in the meantime, I want to keep on talking about what's going to happen until we can get the itinerary pulled up. So on Friday, I think starting at 5, we're going to be at the museum, the Philadelphia.
It's a Saturday. The 11th is Saturday, right?
Right. For those who get there early.
Oh, the day before. Okay.
That Friday. Okay. Let me pull my stuff up because I'm not going to be telling nobody nothing wrong. Okay. So Friday, the 10th, for those who show up a little early, for the weekend, we're going to be at the Philadelphia Museum and Art. Some of the Philadelphia commissioners or councilmen and some other folks set up for us to go to the Philadelphia Museum of Art at 5:30, from 5:30 to 8. And that is at 2600 Benjamin Franklin Parkway. And admission is free. Parking is $10. I would suggest that if you can, if you want to pay the $10, fine. If you don't, then catch your Uber, which is Ubers are probably, I don't know if it's the same amount of money to catch your Uber from wherever you are to there. But so just know that if you do drive, that the parking is $10. The admission is free. Okay. I like free stuff. I like to do stuff that don't cost people money.
Mhm.
Okay. And then on Saturday, the matriarchs will be coming to the State House and do a tour. And I'm still working on that with the Parks and Recs as we move to do this. But if not, then we have other provisions made. But we're having dialogue with them because I don't think they do tours on Saturdays. So we're asking for them for a special day to open up so that everyone can see, and that would be from 10 to 3. And then that would be at 200 North 6th and Chestnut. And that we put streets on there, but just put in 200 North 6th Street. And it'll take you right there to the Congress Hall. Okay. And it's on the corner of Chestnut Avenue.
Street.
And yeah, well, street. So that's what we have on the itinerary. It's Chestnut Street. Is that correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay. So we did put Chestnut Street on the itinerary. So that's 200 North 6th and Chestnut Street. And then later on that night, we're going to have a theater panel discussion, I believe. That's going to be at 35th and Lancaster. Okay. So please put it out on your calendar. And the time will probably be around 5 o'clock. Because we said the time would be to be determined. So it'll probably be around 5 o'clock. Okay. And we're going to be there to do a panel discussion about how do we move from where we are to having some discussions about it. Okay. So that's where we're going to do that at. All right. And then on Sunday, we will have our Sovereign Matriarch State House dinner at 5 o'clock. And so that you and I can break bread together and have a good time. Now, I've made some modification about the cost because the cost includes entertainment, drinks, and all of that for you in a 3-course meal. But those who may not be able to afford the meal, we will have a buffet for you. So that if you choose not to do the $30 plate, then the buffet will be maybe a more comfortable place for you to break bread with us with a lower cost. So you'll have the best of both worlds, but it's going to be entertainment. Of course, I don't know what 420 means, and I do know that you can bring your own bottle if you choose to. Okay. And we just gonna have a good time. Okay. And then on Monday, if they say the Lord's willing and the creek don't rise and the sun rise, your Empress will be filing for control of that whole block. And so that we can have it back under our control. So that's what the 13th is going to be about, that I'll be going down to the Register of Deeds. They've told me what to do and how to do it, and I've got my law department working on it as we speak. And we had to get one more piece of information, and that came through today. And so I will have the paperwork the correct paperwork to file to get that back for us.
Right. Did you get the email, Empress, first of all?
Let's see. Yes, I did. Thank you.
Okay, good.
Well, I got, let me see.
I just did a test because I was trying to see if you were getting anything.
Yeah, I got, I got your email. Okay, so, yeah, I got your email. So can you send me, send me everything? If I send you, do you have a copy of the itinerary?
No, I haven't received it.
Okay, so let me send that to you. Let me know if you got it in text.
Okay. I got it in text. I'm gonna see if I can attach it and send it to you.
Yeah, wait a minute. I'm gonna send you the other two so that I
Okay.
can share as well.
While you're doing that, I want to just mention this. I know you mentioned when you're filing on the 13th. First of all, we're in Taurus season. So Taurus is significant for several things. Not only it represents finances, stability, security, but also in the ways in which they were overtaking things and doing a lot of their magic.
Mhm.
They did it utilizing, that's why the bull and the ball, B-A-A-L, is very significant. So understanding that, obviously 13, the reason they always say that 13 is not sacred and don't have a 13th floor, although there's nothing wrong with this, but that.
Uh-oh. What happened?
They keep kicking us off, kicking me out.
Okay, I'll wait for her to come back on. And let me see. Give me 1 second.
Okay. I'll tell you, this is I'm getting ready to help. I'm getting ready to help you. Do this stuff in your own chat, on your own channel. You can say whatever the heck you want.
We're gonna move to that whenever we get a chance. I'll wait for her to come back in. But no matter what they do on these platforms, there she is. We still going to, and I don't know what happened to Rod.
There's a couple more y'all getting ready to get blocked too. Just give me a minute. Let me find you.
Okay, great. Then you do that, and I'm gonna see whether I can get Rod back as well.
Okay, I'm back. Can you send me Empress?
Yeah. I did let you back in, and I'm calling Rod. I sent you all three of the.
Okay, let me see how you do it.
Okay,
but
so
yeah, anyway, but they booted me out. What I was saying was they did a lot of their magic with ball, B-A-L. The point in which where you're doing a lot of your filings, a lot of people don't know, like I mentioned about their natal charts. Those are a lot of the points of positions, those buildings they're now, that's the places where they wrote out what people now know as Declaration of Independences, in which were really actually blood contracts. So when she's saying I'm filing for us to get our stuff back, that's why a lot of things they're doing, people don't understand what's going on. This is a very high level, but I was just kind of explaining it astrologically, spiritually, and legally, what's going on, because that's what happened. It happened astrologically, spiritually, and legally.
Mm-hmm. And they took the blood of someone and took their blood and wrote, I think that might have been the Constitution, I believe, Phoenix. Am I correct?
Keep it on top of that, and then they keep it. Well, they did two things. They did with that. They did it for doing, the banking, and they keep vaulted, from my understanding, the head of them or something. But yeah, it wasn't just that it was written. People think, oh, it was just written. No, that was blood. What we call it Babylonian blood magic.
Mm-hmm. So my part in getting things in order, in divine order, and just remember that a lot of what has been done to us is by our own men that got the other persuasions of folks to join them to take us down from our rightful place and our blood right to this land. And that the word synodai means with no return. So the governmental part of our nation was ran by melanated women. Philadelphia, the word brotherly was actually disguised as brothely. And brothely means that you took the women and you sold them for the sexual mating with us against our will. In other words, raping us to bring in their own bloodline against our will. And so this is what we actually are dealing with. We're dealing with the taking and the raping of us, and that our rightful places in government was taken away from us by the men that are the same color as us. And that's been through by way of the Masonic lodges and all the secret societies that were set up in secret. And then you had the mulatto children that wanted their rights. And so we had a lot of enemies, and still do, that I'm working through on our behalf. Because the one thing that is known is that a certain of us can't be touched.
Right.
Because if they could, they would reach out and touch me. But they can't. Because we're in a time now where everything has to be revealed and everything has to be set back in divine order. I'm not against a color. I'm not against men folks. I'm not against anybody's culture. I'm just here to set the record straight and to put us back where we belong, the women. Now, if anybody got a problem with that, because this patriarch system has not served anybody any good. Only the few that have benefited from, first of all, Mother Earth with its diamonds and gold and all its precious minerals that were given to us to use for all people. There should be nobody starving. There should be no disparity. There should be anything, because the earth has provided everything that we desire to have in order to be flourishing on this planet. And because they did the ultimate, what we call quote unquote sin, was to take the feminine energy and the matriarch out of the equation and roll it over there under the patriarch, that we've been prisoners of war and our children have been the victims as well. That they've taken all of our intellectual property and caused this great spiritual downfall across this planet. And you kings and you emperors that are out there listening to me, I would suggest that you understand that it's our time now. And you're not going to continue to keep holding on to what is divinely in order. And I'm not saying that you can't be a part of what's going on. I'm saying that you have to come and get in your proper place, get in your place as the masculine, as the men, as the patriarch, and let the matriarch system flourish and come together so that we can make something good and wonderful. You can't rule over the kingdom because you didn't have the kingdom. You created the kingdom. We're talking about empire here. And the people are part of the empire, and you can't continue to corporatize and monetize us for your own greed. We don't belong to you. Our children do not belong to you. And your secrecy is now the secrecy of what has been done to us has been revealed to me to give the matriarch the truth about what happened, and then give them the option of what they want to do about it. That's my work. My work is not to tell anybody what to do. My work is to take you to the truth and show you what happened, and then y'all determine how you want to assemble and govern yourself accordingly. That's not my work. My work is what I'm doing right now, is putting stuff together so that you can see what is going on. So if I'm being criticized for anything, they criticize me for what is truth. I'm not leading anybody into no burning buildings. It's going to be a nice weekend for all the mothers to come and know their rightful places in their birthright and stop calling themselves Black and African American and thinking you from Africa. There are sisters and brothers in the diaspora. Is a link to us as sisters and brothers, but you didn't come from there. You are from here. And you have a government that's not been in place for quite some time. It's been how many years? 200 years or more? Now, the other truth about this planet is it was all melanated women before there were any men on this planet or any other species or kind of whatever.
Right.
And they don't want us to tell that. We was making our own babies. We didn't need a man to do that. But we're here now where we have fell below the mark. And so that's why we got amnesia. And I'm here to help you remember. And if you want to stay over there in that hostile system that don't give a crap about you and your babies and what you bring out of your loins, then you can stay over there and let them continue to use you and take your children and monetize them and do whatever you want to do. But as far as the women that want to come over here and get our matriarch back together so that the system can run correctly, then you have a right to transition and do it your way. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just here to point you as to what needs to be done and what needs to be brought back into the order of things. And I'm bringing order and I'm bringing truth. And most of these folks, these trolls that come on the chats and want to start some stuff, well, you going to start it by yourself. I ain't got time to fight with you. I don't have time to respond to your silliness and your stupidity. I don't. And I won't, because I'm focused. And so don't bring me any what somebody say about nothing, because I don't give a flippy flop about that. What I care about is getting my work done. And I'm getting it done whether you can want me to or not. It's going to get done. Because my life is dependent on me getting this done.
That's right.
So I was chosen. I'm one of the chosen, but there are many chosen people that are working to make this thing happen, make this transition. Y'all patriarchs gonna let it go. Because Mother Gaia is saying that if you don't raise your frequency to the feminine, and I ain't say a woman, I said the feminine, you won't be on this planet because your heart ain't right. And that goes for you women out there that's joining and staying over there. You stay on over there, but you're not going to bring us down because we're moving on. We're going to get it right. And we're not afraid. And we're going to do it with our own power because we got a power that a power of thought will kill somebody. And that's what they don't want you to know. They call it voodoo, hoodoo, or whatever they want to call it. But all we got to do is think it. So don't get it twisted that we're loving and caring women. But at the end of the day, we know we can power something up and have a thought and it's done. And everything that I do is a power of thought, baby. So what you seeing unrolling and unfolding that's coming through me and by me, believe me, I've been bestowed upon the power to do it. And I'm not getting anything out of it but great joy to be able to be used in my vessel to be used to do this work. So that's why I went to Philadelphia a week early. Right after I left Delaware, I went 2 days later. I left out to go to Philadelphia. And those of you all have the TikTok, y'all can see those pictures. As a matter of fact, Phoenix, can you pull up that picture of the State House?
Hold on, let me I check your email. I think it's with.
All right, here we go. Okay, so here's the itinerary, and it's on my TikTok, and I'll find now that this is going to be posting on YouTube. So this will be uploaded, and what I do is once we get off, I'll do a YouTube for just this part right here, so we won't have all the other stuff on there. But this is the itinerary. You see. So those are Dr. G. Is this pretty much explanatory in the simplest form that we could get it?
I think so. I mean, if and I believe they can go to your TikTok page, which I don't have here, where you all have been posting information about the event, so that they want to get it in more detail. Of course, you want to do that. So
it's there for you. Okay.
Yeah.
There it is. And like I said, when we get done, I'll do another YouTube and upload the video to show the itinerary.
Okay.
And
what is your IG? What is your TikTok rather?
Okay. Let me see.
It's Empress Rarebird, I believe.
Yes, Empress Rarebird.
Empress, okay.
The people's Empress.
And you'll see me in my regalia, the blue one. That's how you'll know it's me. Okay.
There's a lot of fake pages, so make sure it's the one that's a real one.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Do you see it?
I'm looking.
You looking? I can send you a link to it.
I think I see you here.
Okay, great. So if you could put that,
if
you could put that in the chat, that would be great. So that they can in a little while they can go on there and they can pull the itinerary off of my YouTube channel. All right. Now, Everybody got enough for seeing the itinerary? Because I'm gonna go to the next one.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So let me get off of here and here.
You'll be all three of them in there.
I got two. Oh, that is another one up under that one. Okay, so
we don't see that. We don't see whatever you're showing. We just see us. So you're probably showing it in.
Okay, so you don't see it?
No, just you and I. We're not sharing the screen.
Okay, so wait a minute.
Nobody sees that here.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me do another. There we go. I'm gonna stop sharing this for you. Oh yeah, because you're looking at the YouTube. So let me take you down off the YouTube and then take you to my other screen. Okay. There we go. Oh, I'm getting good at this thing.
Look at you, Empress. You really got it together.
I got it together. You hear me? There we go.
And you know what? Whether you all agree with what's being shared or not is not the issue. It's your level of respect, and that's what I can't deal with, your disrespect. And I don't care whether you female or male. If you're being disrespectful, and you might have been with me for a while, so I'm asking. I see somebody that I've seen here for a long, long time, and I'm like this close from banning you. And I know you've been watching, because you just need to hold your peace.
Yeah,
I just recommend that you keep it to yourself, do your own channel like other people do, and say what you don't like about what I do on this channel on your channel. How about that? Because over here we want to respect everybody. If you were on here, you would want to be respected. And even if everybody did not agree with your opinion, we need to. That's why I got this heart back here, to try to radiate some love. And we act like we want to be free, but we don't want to be free together. We want some of us to still be under subjection to what we think.
Yeah.
You don't give other options or other opinions a chance. If it doesn't say it just like this like that, then you're rejecting it. And everything has its place. We should consider all things until we come into the right thing.
You know why that is, though?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because they've done that every lifetime, right? You can change your avatar, but you can't change your spirit. Because us who are spiritual warriors and assassins, we know you, and we know your energy and your spirit. And so I don't care what form you think you've changed into, we recognize you, and we recognize your spirit, we recognize your energy. And that's why we tell you, go find you something safe to do, because we already know what you're doing. And so although we recognize that, yes, the patriarchs did do that, we know that they didn't do it without the assistance of some the feminine.
Yeah, they told the secrets. They told what would bring us down.
Because somebody has to give the secrets away.
Yeah.
That's why Masons is my son. Because it's a group of them, because you can't get to the highest level of Mason until you go through the feminine. So you go through the East Star and actually to the Herons of Jericho and to the other levels. So don't think that we don't know who's behind the curtain and pulling the strings.
I'm gonna have to get you on here so we can talk about that in depth. And I seriously,
yeah,
you're right.
Because that's where the wickedness is coming from there. And they're throwing rocks and hiding their hands and acting like and frankly, they're not supposed to be in the women's lodge. Let me tell you, let me go a step further, if I may. Okay. Okay. So the two things that I want to say about this. Okay. First of all, the Declaration of Independence was about them becoming independent of mother, the matriarch. The Declaration, I'm telling y'all that they're not saying that you've been fed half of the truth about certain things. And like I said, half truth is a whole lie. Now, what they did was they didn't want to be under the matriarch, or they didn't want to play their role under the matriarch system. So what they did was they tried to leave mom. You can't leave mama because you came from a coochie. And you can't rule over us in no lodges. That's why I said in my coordination, you better open them doors up and let us in, because another man cannot initiate you to your higher self, because your mother brought you in this world. Some womb brought you in the world. How you gonna disconnect from mama? You can't disconnect from mama. I don't care how much you think you can't, because you always will be connected to a woman that brought you in this world. And the second thing is, you cannot be a master mason.
That's right.
The master mason is about, did you bring and create a child from a wound? And if you did not and cannot do that, then you cannot call yourself a master mason, man, folks.
Right. Right. That's why I said that it's somebody pulling the strings behind the curtains, and what they won't say is they'll say, oh, they're just here to fix the dinners or to do this, but it's really that's not who it is. If you go to the highest of the highest lodges, and if you go into the old documents, into the 1700s, and you really go into those Virginia documents, go check the Virginia documents. Go check. It's a reason that bridge that was hit up in Maryland was hit for a specific reason, because see, some of the mothers who went and betrayed the sisters, the matriarchs, now they sons who like to hunt and shoot the deer, because they're really giving it as an offering to some of these other deities, because they want to keep control of the divine feminine. Now saying, wait a minute, you took me off the throne and you were supposed to keep me in control. Well, you shouldn't have tried to usurp your own sisters. But you think we don't know, and you think we don't see, and you think everybody don't have the Akashic records. But all of us was not blinded when the lights hit us when we came out of the womb. All of us, the immunization shots didn't work.
I know that's right, and I'm one of them.
All of us didn't come back blinded. We see, so I don't care. And so we know that yes, it's the man, but I ask, because I want the head of the snake. I don't want just the tail. I come for the head. Yeah.
Empress, I'm back.
Okay, so we're talking about the hidden hands that think they're gonna keep hiding, throwing rocks and hiding their hands and keep us out our rightful places. And that's why we have to go back to Philadelphia. So I wanted you to come back and also reaffirm and confirm my reason for going to Philadelphia and what we're doing there.
There's no coincidence it fall on the Mother's Day weekend.
Wow.
What? Okay, can you say that again? Because somehow or another you... Right.
I said it's no coincidence that it falls on Mother's Day weekend. This all goes with the Empress full moon we had a few months back, going into the coronation, which Trump flipped on his hat, 45 to 47, right? And culminating in the stellar events. You ain't watching the Schumann resonance, we ain't watching the solar flares. I keep telling them that when you took your seat, when the coronation happened, what happened in Haiti?
That bridge, because I called you crying. It was, the canal was finished, and even today I sent you all another knock that it's an overflow and the water's flowing. The waters is just breaking over. Okay,
before that happened, what was I continuously saying about the canal in Haiti?
Birthing.
Yeah, it was going to complete, and then the return.
Return to what?
Sweet waters.
Okay, so we had no clue on when the canal was going to go active. Mm-hmm. But I'm telling the people in real time, watch the canal, because when the waters flow on the canal in Haiti, that's the breaking out of water, the new birth of the new queendom, the restoration of the Great Mother. Ironically, or should I say in alignment with,
the Spirit had told us that weekend, and that it needed to be specifically that Sunday on the 7th, because we don't do things on Saturday, because that's the day, especially like she's saying voodoo or hoodoo, we do our cemetery work actually on Saturdays. Sundays is the day of life. That's why they have all of you all go to church on Sunday, the day of the sun, and Monday is the day of the road opening, which is why the road opened up on Monday.
So when the Sweetwater's return was the metaphor from the ancestral realm for us to know when the Empress is taking her seat and they come on at the same time. We had no control over that canal. We all the way up here in the good old US of A, right? The United States of America. These secret societies you speak of was the infiltrators came from the 32-degree Scottish Rite Freemasonic Lodge under the guise of conquistadors in exile from the Spanish Inquisition. We call them dirty Moors. Mm-hmm. They were the ones who had prior over the years stole all of the females' rituals. Most of them are the ones that you use to effect massive change on earth between the group of women is concealed in the Sufi orders. The whirling dervish is imitating the women who was in Atlantis. And they used to dance under the Lilith moon, and the white dress would cause what looked like an energetic helix to rise from the women that was dancing. And then you could get to see who is who by the color of the field. And now you know which ones is the infiltrators, because you can see their energy. They concealed that by taking away those tools that the women use and hiding them in the secret societies, because there's been a long and ongoing war on the divine feminine, and under many cases they call them witch hunts. Yeah. Right? So they're trying to find the wise women that know the old sciences, what we call yoni magic. Mm-hmm. Divine feminine tapping into prime creator, who is Ein Sof, and wisdom is justified of her children. Ein is the alpha. Sof is divine wisdom, is the in all to be all, or the omega, represented by the great mother, the dark mother, the black Madonna, whose sacerdotal seat the Pope sits under because they came as underminers. They can't sit on mama's chair. They just never thought that one of us mama boys would love their mama enough to say, you better get away from my mama, throw you in your face. But mama said, no, baby, you can't do them the way they did you. Just systematically take what's yours and you'll leave them destitute, and that's their worst fear. When you take away their God called money with the law of righteousness, and now they have no control. You see, this is played out in the political theater as the International Criminal Court issuing arrest warrants for all of the highest ranked officials. Mm-hmm. For war crimes and crimes against humanity. The people that came versus the people of the land. It's just a repeat. It's the same thing that happened over here. So that we have a frame of reference to see what was happening when we wasn't here. Since we here now, they're going to give us a real-time reenactment under the pretense of something called an Israeli conflict. The struggle for a homeland that don't belong to them. So those 32-degree Scottish rites, Empress, I sent you their phases in the George Washington Memorial. They can't hide. We know who Fezes they is. We know who all of them dirty niggas is. And I did say dirty niggas, because them the white man. Mm-hmm. That's the goddamn white man we've been damning to hell for all these years. Now I come to send him there.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So now
they're gonna get out of Big Mama way. They gonna kick. They gonna scream. They gonna cry foul. They cheating. No, turnabout is fair play. We just use everything you use to make you think you was conquering us, to turn around at the close of the age and slam your face in the door.
Mm-hmm.
So Big Mama back now. And her baby boy is gonna push the issue until something gives.
And her girls ain't playing either because we see you, and I ain't playing fair because you ain't play fair. And we do hoodoo and voodoo and the rest.
There ain't no such thing as playing fair with cheaters.
Right.
We playing against cheaters.
Mm-hmm.
We playing against people because they don't have integrity. They'd rather kill the ones with the integrity and falsely accuse them and lock them in prison than to stand up next to them for a comparative analysis that will put them to shame and humiliation.
Right. You have to know that they know who we was because they looking at our last Akashic record from when we came in. And so they're not going to attack us on when we came in because you got amnesia or you don't remember who you were or you don't remember all the lives that you've lived from before time was ever time. They are attacking you because they know what you came back here to do if you can remember. So their job is to destroy you. Their operation is Operation Destroy before they finish. That's why she said, I got a job to do and I'm going to do it because she knows the assignment comes first. She don't care about no troll and no little foolishness.
I really don't. I don't have time even. I don't even have time to actually read anything even when I'm on TikTok or whatever I'm on. I deliberately don't look at chats.
Well, you can tell who is working,
right?
Who is not working, because who's working, we don't have time to make 29 TikToks and 29 Instagram and to do everyone's live and to make a million comments. Those who are working, first of all, most people work in silence, and we let our work speak for ourselves.
That's right.
And we have real work to do. But those who are just wanting to be a distraction, want to make and be social media fame and make all of these videos and all these other things, those are what you call that's an enemy of the state. You're a distraction. So no one, unless you are just ignorant and you're a baby in the spirit and you're easily caught into that. But no one has time for 10-hour things. I haven't even been on social media in almost 2 weeks because I'm busy.
Yeah.
When you're busy, you have real work to do. We ain't got time to be on social media every other day, all day.
Yeah.
You're working. You're working.
Yeah. So, and I'm working. And so when I went to Philadelphia this past week, I just got back a couple of days ago, paving the way for us to go and having a nice time. Like we did in Tallahassee. We had a nice everywhere I go and we go, because it's a we. Everywhere we go, we come having a good time. We come in love and peace and enlightenment. That's who we are. That's all we are about, is that. And I set the tone for that. I set the tone, whatever it is that is going on. If I set the tone of love and peace and enlightenment, then that's all that's going to happen. Because I'm not going to let anybody come in and destroy the peace and all the order of a thing. I'm demonstrating divinity, divine order. And I'm going to do it because guess what?
You got the key.
I got the key. And I want to hear it because these came from Philadelphia for my first appearance in at the powwow, and my first attire came the blue that you guys used to see me wear. All of these came from Philadelphia. They gave them to me. They sent them to me. I didn't know. They didn't tell me what to send them for, and I figured it out. And so when I arrived, everybody started showing up out of nowhere and started helping me to get things done correctly. And because I didn't know what I was going to do, I know that we ended up with one of the legislatures that had been a legislation for 10 years me and her and Lady Dancer's son ended up there, and they let us in, and we got to film the whole thing. And there's some things that man said to me that I couldn't put on the camera. It's what's on the camera is what he said to me that solidified what we were what I was suspecting all along. But for his protection, I'm not going to publish it. But I know I got the evidence of them telling their staff not to tell certain stuff during the tours. And it's verified that we were the ones that were sitting in those seats when the dirty Moors and that got other people involved in shutting us down, shutting the matriarch system down, because we're the ones that create commerce. Why do you think I say that? Because we the ones bring the fruit.
Mm-hmm.
So a little history on the Philadelphia Empress.
Excuse me?
A little history on what's the energy going on with Philadelphia.
Please. And again, I'm gonna flash my lights.
And right before you do, I confirmed with them the natal charts, and I sent them to you and Empress. So I gave them that knock too.
Okay, so in early colonial America, when the colonizers was trying to escape the persecution of the King of England, after the what they call Revolutionary War, Philadelphia, a lot of native elders came, and then they cast a protection field around Philadelphia. The protection field causes the politics to turn on politicians, right? So they moved the capital when they did the Constitution in the blood of Crispus Attucks to Washington, D.C., declared it an embassy and a city-state, right? This was to escape the conjure that was put as a protection over Philadelphia. But because they continued to do dirt, it made the conjure attack the local people. It created a loosh that has a specific energy frequency over Philadelphia.
And tell them about that bell.
A couple years ago, they had a saging of the city. And Empress, you should invite the sisters to participate in the saging of the city on the first day you get there for the weekend.
Okay.
Because y'all should sage it to let the ancestors know that the matriarchs is back, and all of that negative energy will be turned in your favor and in the favor of the matriarch.
Yeah, because that's why they had those blood contracts that they did when they filled out with actual blood from 1776 to 1783, and they did it in two different places because they were worried with the first one, so they went back again. But they're under their Saturn and Pisces and their Pluto and Aquarian return, so they know that it's done and over. They're just hoping we don't remember, because they know that the stars, like you said, the stellar alignment is back. And they started out with their Boston, quote unquote, what they call the Tea Party, but they also had like a burning there. And then they also did some things in Virginia, what we now also know is Virginia and Maryland, to reseal it up over there in what they now call DC. Because really, the DC, Virginia, Maryland, which is why they call it DMV, is where they did a lot of the work in magic. Yeah, it is. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the Tea Party is a Masonic code.
It is. Mm-hmm.
Right. And they talking about the necktie.
Mm-hmm.
The tea tie is the necktie, which on the Shriner's hat, it forms a sword. It's the penalty of death to maintain the secrets. That's who the original people of the land is for the 200-year duration of the conjure.
And the secret who God is.
And also, the reason they want to get your blood, that's why the American Red Cross has a cross, because they're the ones that also not keep their blood, but they're one of the highest groups too. They're along in their. Yeah.
The Red Cross is owned by Switzerland.
Yeah, but they also are keeping the blood along with the Knight of the Templars group, who are some of the first people they sent in to subdue the people and to basically make you a slave almost, because they subdue you emotionally, spiritually.
Yeah, the Knights Templars was the ones rescuing heirs, princesses from around the world, ushering them to the States for refuge. They the ones who extracted Scotia and Scotia when the Catholic army was trying to kill them and brought them over here. This is why you have the red-haired, freckle-faced people in the Kentucky mountains, the Appalachians, because that's the area that they was designated by Big Mama when they got here. Mm-hmm. Because even though they the youngest of the daughters of Isis, they still extended family.
Yeah, they are. They still think.
The story play out in the voodoo as the story of Maman Brigitte. Mm-hmm. When you find out who Bridget is in Europe, then you understand that she came over here. Mm-hmm. And then when you find out the story of Scotia and Scotia, and the Knights Templar being the guardians of the Holy Grail bloodlines, mm-hmm. It all start forming the picture right there in your face. You can't miss it. Mm-hmm. We know the Knights Templars in the history books as Vikings. Mm-hmm. They're the Vikings. But we know them on the land as Hell's Angels today, who was given the charter to roam the land by Big Mama as long as they stayed to themselves and keep other clans out of their business. They didn't bother nobody that wasn't in the biker clubs until the FBI infiltrated them. And then all of their biker stuff starts spilling out into the other communities. But we gotta know how everything's set up on the land. Philadelphia is the critical location in the ancestral return, because you get to turn a war conjured energy into a victory celebration.
Yeah. Philadelphia is very crucial. Philadelphia is very crucial. That and what they now call the Louisiana Purchase.
So I'm getting ready to, if you could send that picture to me, that I just sent you in your text, Phoenix, so that I can pull up that state house with the zodiac signs on there, and around the actual emblem that's on the floor, that's in the, it looks like they copied what we had and took it to Washington, D.C. If that makes any sense to anybody. Okay, so how we looking on time, because we're getting ready to wrap up shortly.
We're an hour 43 minutes in.
Okay, so are we clear, Dr. G, now that
oh, go ahead.
What Philadelphia is all about and why I have to go to Philadelphia and show our matriarch this is where it ended, and we have to come back with a return date, and that's why I gave the return date of May the 13th. Because once they come this weekend and show, and I show them, then on Monday I'm going to finish the work so that they can assemble back to Philadelphia once we have some dialogue as to how it's going to be done, because I don't have that answer yet.
You should have the email. I'm sorry. Should have the email.
Remember, Empress, the matriarch will be also allowed to change the capital to anywhere on the land.
Yeah, and that's
going to be the decision of the matriarchs.
Yeah. So I'm going to.
Let me know if you got it. You should have it.
Yeah, I should. So I'm gonna I'm gonna pull it up first. There you go. All right, now I want to go to you, Dr. G. I want to go to the window that's open. I'm working this thing out, ain't it, Dr. G?
Look at, I'm like so proud of you right now. You doing it.
I think I'm doing it right. Let's see. Because
I think you did it.
let me see if okay, no, I don't want that. I'm trying to pull it. I'm pulling up the screen. Okay, so I want to, let's see where I'm going. Okay, there we go. I want to go there. And I want to go to my email. Dr. G, how you feel?
I'm okay.
I trust that I'm doing you justice tonight.
Yes, you see, we're gonna.
Can you see my screen?
I see it. It's not very big, but we see it.
I'm getting ready to make it big. Is that big?
That's bigger.
Let's see if do like one more time if you can.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, well, go. Yeah, just go down just a little bit.
Yeah, come in up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So when I took the tour, I was able to see exactly what y'all are looking at right here, especially when I went live on TikTok, right? And I was there. I filmed the whole thing on TikTok. But you see these? You see the emblem that's sitting on the floor right there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, around that is the zodiac symbols. So we was working according to, like she said, astrology.
Yeah.
And how everything was set up for us. See, they went in there and created the Independence Hall, and they created a court. That's where Independence Hall is, next to them, next door. So they took their courts, and when they came to us wanting us to go in business with them in banking. And when we said no, we're not taking our land and sleeping in the bed with the bankers, then that's when all hell broke loose for us. Because they wanted
with the two charts. One was in what you call July. We know that's Cancerian, which is feminine energy. The other one was in September, which we know is Virgo, which is feminine energy. She's doing it in May, which is Taurus, which is the pulling down of the bull, which is the pulling down of Baal.
There you go. And
so this top picture where it says upstairs, if you blow it back up so they can see the seating arrangement.
Yeah.
The seating arrangement, the accusing side is right in front of the judge. The defending side is to the left of the judge, right? The reason the judge is on the floor with the other two is because the level playing field. If you look at current courts, the judge is exalted above the complainant and the defendant. That's because the playing field is not level. Right. That's all Masonic code telling them that there's a fix in the game. Yeah. So when the judge sit eye to eye with the accuser, if the accuser is bearing false witness, the judge will detect it by direct eye contact. The layout is showing you how the court was set up before they set their court system up. Okay, now the downstairs, if you can go to the downstairs, Empress, got a different arrangement. See, both of the chairs downstairs is facing the people. And the matriarch seat is above because she's finna oversee reading into the public record a complaint and a response. The one on her right, which is to the left of the people, will be reading the complaint. And whatever her ruling or decision is, will be read out by the one that's to the right of the people to her left. So those seats that you see are all government matriarch seats because they come from 105 regions. It's 105 seats, right, Empress?
Yes, 106.
106. Because they're coming from 106 different regions on the land. So they all come with the complaint. And this is when you see the natives say that the tribal mother had the last say. Because now you got a collection of tribal mothers resolving a problem. And the problem is always based on how does it affect the children and how does it affect the planet. And so if either one of those is negative, then they can't approve it because it's going against the great law. It's interfering with the mother's right to protect their child if it's harmful to the child. As caregivers of the land, it's belligerent to a caregiver of the land to allow people to do stuff that's belligerent to the land. Right? This is all, they was aware of this, and this is why they force closed all of these buildings from their original function when they installed their interim government, which was a wartime government.
And you notice you said 106 seats, 106. So if you do 1 and 6 is 7. 7 cannot be divided. And if you look at the 3 seats, you notice normally they say it's supposed to be no separation of church and state, but they always have a cross or something with God. And you have to always do a put your hand on the Bible, whatever in there. We know that they always are doing things to quote unquote Jesus, but we know Jesus is really Isis, and we know who Isis is. And so anyway, they're always giving you the code. You just have to be able to read the code.
Mm-hmm.
And if you think about when they have the cross of the code, that Jesus, which is Isis, in the middle, and they always said it was 2 thieves on the side, but it really wasn't that. It was giving you what the code of the layout was.
Okay.
So this is what, now that we have explained, you know, this to you, Dr. G, how do you feel about the information now that we've given you, and how this is going to work, and why we have to go, even if I have to go by myself? I'm not asking anybody to join me to do anything that they don't want to do.
Right.
But we're giving you clarity. It's so many dynamics to the reason why I have to go. But I'm glad that Rod and Phoenix was here to really give you the astrology part of it and the actual spiritual war of it, and what took place with our matriarch system, and why everything is so masculine, even down to God.
Yes. Right. So we're just urging those who can and will make the journey to Philadelphia this coming weekend, you know, and if maybe somebody wants to give you something for Mother's Day, say, you know, make sure I can get to Philly and hang out in Philly and be a part of history of the retaking, reclaiming of what's rightfully yours and ours. And so I think that this was a good explanation. Like I said, everybody doesn't have to agree, and it's not for everybody, but for those that it's for. And you know who you are. You will feel the call to be part and make it your point to be there. So I think that I'm glad that you were able to do this, because I get calls and questions, and at that point I had a flyer with date, and so I couldn't give people the, so hopefully they will see this, and or you will share this,
Can
like
you see
it.
my screen? Can you still see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so this right here is on Sunday. Like I was reading Itinerary. This is where we're going to eat from 5 till 9 p.m. We're going to this place here.
I got it bigger. Here's mine.
Huh?
I said I put it up. It's a little bigger.
Okay, I was gonna make it bigger if you need me to.
Okay,
Okay, so yeah, you go ahead and share yours if it's bigger.
Yeah.
So I'll stop sharing. Before you do though, let me do this, Dr. G. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let me pull back up the itinerary one more time so they can actually see what you're getting ready to show, and that they can find the itinerary on on TikTok, and I'm gonna upload it in a little while on YouTube to just show on YouTube.
Okay.
And I also want to. That was a testing from her.
I don't know if anybody noticed, Empress, but the steps is backtracking on the colonizer steps in the flow of the energy. And the ancestors say you're going to see the same thing coming out that you seen going in. It's going to be the same, but it's going to be different.
Okay, Dr. G, you can go ahead and show your screen.
Okay. So this is actually, I'm trying to see it's big. Let me see. Let me make it bigger.
Do I need to stop sharing mine first?
Well,
can you guys see her screen?
Let me take this banner down.
I said something with TikTok on here first. I don't know.
Okay, that's my screen. So let me stop sharing for a minute.
So, okay, here it is.
Let me go to her. Let me go back to her. There we go.
So it's here, matriarchal information, libations and food, feathers, fez and fringes edition. I'm not sure. Let me read it from my from here because I can't see it that well. But it basically says mother's meal ticket, indigenous sovereignty. It gives the different choices of there's a chicken menu, a grilled salmon, and then a vegan falafel menu. And also, as Empress, you said, there's also an option for a buffet.
Yes.
So it is located at, I think it's called Melanie Cafe. It goes from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. And that's at 6734 Germantown Avenue, Philadelphia, PA 19119. And it says that it's you could, I guess it's BYOB, so that brings your own body. And it says she Empress didn't know what 420 friendly means. That's the stuff I have in my dispensary.
What is that?
420.
Can you tell me what that is?
It's nature's plants. You can bring whatever it is that you.
Y'all talking to 2 minutes talking. I want to hear one person tell me what it is.
They mean
oh, that. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So that's what 420 means.
Okay. So I'm not a person that's against that. I just don't. Okay. So I'm not against anybody. And as a matter of fact, one of the young ladies that put this together for us, she's the one that put the flyer together. She's the one that made this venue available for us on Mother's Day evening. And so as you can see, the radio station is going to be there as well. So I didn't have to do anything. I took I started from nothing and got all of this done by various maybe councilmen and various people that have access to certain things, the museum, the art museum, all of that stuff. Those folks rolled out the red carpet for us. So don't think that they're thinking we're coming there to start some stuff. They know that we're not doing that. And so they are opening their resources to us and their doors to people that know somebody is going to be possibly some other festivities going on. But I just didn't put them on the flyer because it wasn't confirmed. But certainly as other things unfold that's not on the itinerary, that it'll be made known as it unfolds to me. I will make sure that you guys get that updated information. Okay.
I do have a question, Empress, and that is, it says here, it says select one, get your ticket. So do we have to purchase that ticket in advance, or
no?
Okay.
No, you can just pay at the door.
All right. So that's the show. There's a show. It says show and meal ticket.
Well, yeah, the pay at the door. So they're going to have live entertainment and have some other things going on there, as y'all say, whatever that 420 thing is. Before y'all start firing up, let me get on up out of there, okay? Because that's not my thing. But you know, people do it, and
but all 420 isn't fired up. Just so you'll know.
Okay, well, okay, well, at least I know. And you know, the person that put this together for me is the judge's wife, and so she had this venue and put it together. So you know, I can't I guess look a gift horse in the mouth, as they say. She rolled out the red top because people do fire whatever they fire up. I just don't. I'm making that very clear. I don't even drink. I don't smoke. I don't. These things I've already done in my life, and so I've been 30 years free from all of it. So, you know, but I'm not knocking anybody who do, but I'm making it very clear on the record. I do not smoke weed. I don't drink any liquor, not even beer. Don't even smoke a cigarette. I don't even vape.
You don't even eat meat no more.
I don't even eat meat. So I'm just, because I need to keep my channel, and I'm not saying that y'all don't got y'all channel clear, but I know for me that I have to have nothing in my body in order for me to do what I'm doing. It has to be all natural. And so when you're doing your thing, just do your thing, but just be mindful that I don't. So I don't want nobody to be, Empress is hanging out with people and she's smoking. See, there you go with that nonsense again. Okay, so I'm giving y'all the 411, and people that are around me and know me know I don't do it.
But even if you did, then you did. I mean,
yeah,
that would be your business.
That's your prerogative.
Oh, if I did, then y'all wouldn't know me, because I'll be wild. My days in those numbers have been wild as crap. I'm not. Look, I gotta sit down somewhere, so I sit down 30 years ago. But I had my fun with it. I'm not gonna say I ain't never, because I have. And I had fun too, but I had put it down by the time I was 30. The ancestor said, okay, it's time for you to turn this chapter. And I did. And I haven't looked back since, because I've been on assignment.
Been on assignment. Assignment come first, Mom.
Yeah.
Assignment come first.
Yeah.
You got to remember, when we do use the 420, we using it as shaman with the comprehensive understanding that it allows us to tap into an energy frequency that assists us in our downloads. We know the science behind the endocannabinoid system, so we know what we're doing.
Yeah.
Just because other people don't know what you're doing don't mean you don't know what you're doing.
That's true.
Also, they're messing with the cannabis from the other people, because you know they like to taint folks' food.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
so we use different methods to Look, we use different methods of tuning in to the divine voice within.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes some of us might want some mushrooms. Some of us might need a peyote ceremony. You're going through a life crisis and you go to the shaman and he evaluates you. He's going to give you the best method, for the face with the life crisis. And sometimes it might require you to go into a higher frame of eventually in order to do it in reality.
Yeah.
Training tools.
Yeah, I strap too much. I can't touch it. I can't touch it at all.
Yeah. So anyway, what we're saying to everybody is each to their own. Govern yourself accordingly. Don't be in public showing out, and don't be in doing nothing that's going to bring attention to us or cause us to be looked at in a different light, particularly myself. Okay, do you, but do it responsibly is what I'm saying. And I want to end tonight, if I may, Dr. G, with Whitney Houston, and I will upload this.
Well, now we want to make sure, because when you play music, well, they might just block it.
What I want you to do is just pause the recording. We're gonna say bye-bye, and then we'll end on I'm Every Woman. Can you put it on pause?
Well, if I end it, I don't know if
Okay,
they can.
well, you go ahead and end it, and then you come back on this end right here. You got a link, and you come and end it with us if you like. Otherwise, is it anything else you would like for us to share, or like for you to tell?
Just an announcement that we will be doing a live at the House of Reawakening Minds on May 24th. It's our first up close and personal of 2024, because we suspended them last year until leading up to what we just had with our Spring into Action conference. So those of you who weren't able to make it to April 26th through 28th, we are going to be live at the House of Reawakening Minds on the 24th of May. Doors open at 6:30.
We drove down, did we, Dr. G?
Oh, yes, we did. And if any of you are Facebook friends, Naila Gilliam, it's on Facebook. So we did that part of it. We have it live, and even the you have to hear the galactic. What is it's called? What was it called? The galactic.
It was called the Galactic Treaty.
Galactic Treaty.
It was the Intergalactic Treaty.
Intergalactic Treaty. It's a must hear. So if you look on Facebook, you will hear as Lady Dancing Son. What that was?
Yes, that's correct.
And she is an excellent orator. So it was really very well.
Yeah, that's her area of expertise. And like I explained to everybody, I know what my lane is, and I know that when time to pass something to someone for the good of everybody, and I don't have to always be the one in the spotlight to get a thing done, because everybody got different talents. The decree was my area, and she was surprised when I asked her, would she do that? She's done a fantastic job. Everybody's raving about her. She is my right-hand lady. She goes everywhere that I need to go, her to go with me, and to keep me from what they call it. I'm not gonna call the word, but keep me from being blacktified. Okay, being hood. She keep that, because I got that. Y'all don't think because I'm Empress that I ain't got no hood. I got hood in me. And I have people in my life to keep that hood from coming out and swinging at you, But I will now cut you.
I will cut you.
And I will tell you off, and I'm not going to give you a piece of my mind. I need all of that. But I will tell you off and straighten your ass out if you cross me the wrong way and catch me on the wrong day and think you still going to do certain things. You'll catch me on the wrong day. You'll wish you had never, ever, ever done whatever it is that I'm straightening you out about. And then I'm going to love on you after I get through with you.
Don't let us hear them kids say Big Mama got on man shoes, because now we all coming.
Yeah, because I don't love on you.
Oh, wow. Well, listen, this has been great. This has been,
We're not coming for no friendly talking. We finna fix the problem.
Absolutely.
So they already told me the code then, Dr. G. The code is if I take a picture and I got on some man shoes, they know what to do.
I'm gonna do a Chief. We're gonna do a show on endocannabinoids. Okay, we're gonna do an unfiltered on it. Yeah, we're gonna do an unfiltered endocannabinoid presentation.
You know, I actually done one of those already.
Well, I didn't. You didn't do it with me.
And I did one on with Young Elder, but I would love to do one. We could do one, and I can have you pull up the references and all that in real time.
Yeah, because we just came out with the you remember, you heard of the Rick Simpson oil, right?
Mm-hmm.
We just came out with our version of it. Just came out like on 420 on 420, and it's I'm excited about that. And I see Brother Meduti saying yes, yeah, because we people need to know what it is that's out there. I mean, you know, like I said, we got what's that called, mugwort growing in the House of Reawakening in mine's backyard, and I was thinking it was weeds, just like everybody else say, oh, those weeds, you know, they're doggone. That's something that the so-called indigenous people would use for lucid dreaming and all that stuff is growing in our backyard without planning it. Cleaver.
Keeping evil spirits and deities and energies away, and you can put it under your child's pillow, and it keeps like those spirits and bad dreams away. Mugwort is used for like
we got a whole thing of mugwort, and then cleavers, which I was like, we call them hitchhikers. I had no idea that it cleans the lymphatic system. So I pulled some, brought it home. I'm gonna try to do something with it. My cat took the bag and my dog, and they ripped it apart and ate the cleavers because they know it's healthy. It cleans their lymphatic system, among other things. And here I thought it was weeds.
What we call catnip as well. We need to do a whole thing. You need to do a whole thing on like the different herbs and stuff.
Yes.
Which is the cat hair, and they call it catnip. That's like a whole nother thing that you can do that's root work stuff. But yeah.
Well, we got all kinds of stuff. So we're gonna connect. We're gonna do that.
Okay, Dr. G, before we go, I've got one more thing I want to share with the women before we close, and this will be our closing. Like I said, when I did the decree, I talked about the bar, and the bar being the issue with all these contracts on the land and all this penmanship that's been going on. A lot of it has came from the bar attorneys in the legalese. But the true offices, the commissioner, it says it right here. It says, can you see my screen, Dr. G?
Yep.
Okay, great. I want to prove to the women, to the feminines, about what is being hid from you when they're trading and taking the credits that belong to you and your family. It's written right here in the commissioner's oath. And so when you see all these buildings and all this construction going on, that's from your credits that they did not get to you, that they took them and did the patriarch thing, took it and did what they wanted to do with it. But you need to understand that this is in writing, and this is everywhere. This is under every state statute, under chapter 11 of oaths. And it says you and each of you, they're talking about the commissioners, they affirm, they swear or affirm that they would lay off and allot to the petitioner a year's provision. You're the petitioner. A year's provision for herself and family according to law and with their best skill and ability, so help you God. And then the second order of business that the commissioners are supposed to do is dividing and allotting real estate. But instead, what they do is send us to a bar attorney to enslave us for 30-year mortgages and so forth. And so when it's free and clear, but he turns around, he doesn't do his job and send him to the attorney. And I'm going to show you what the attorney's oath is in 1 second. It says, you and each of you swear or affirm that in the portion, of the real estate now about to be made by you, you will do equal and impartial justice among the several claimants according to their several rights and agreeable to law, so help you God. So there you see that you and all of us as the women who those credits that go on to that birth certificate that they made, take it from you and not give you your year's provision. They're supposed to pay all your bills and then send you the rest to you. Okay. And then right here, the attorney, I want you to see what their oath says. So those of you all who are running to get these attorneys, they're not giving you full disclosure of their status and what they really are doing to you. It says the AB, they disguise it as bankers, American bankers. That's what the AB stands for. I, the American banker, do swear or affirm that I will truly and honestly demean myself in the practice of an attorney according to the best of my knowledge and ability, so help me God. So the word demean is the key here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and demean means, so you understand what it means.
Cause a severe loss in the dignity
Damn right.
and respect for.
Y'all better recognize what they are here for, and they're the cause of our downfall, y'all. It's the attorneys.
They are here to cause a severe loss in the dignity of and respect for someone or something.
There you go. There it is. To degrade, to
discredit,
to lower, to degrade, to debase. Okay, so don't get it twisted about these attorneys and people going to get them, right? Because they're not giving you what they're really doing behind the scenes to you, and they get you to take these plea bargains, so they get you to do it to yourself.
You sure do.
They the same bird, left hand and right hand. They all work together.
Yeah. So I'm showing you right here.
Mm-hmm.
To this honor, to this grace, lower in dignity. So they're there to degrade you and demote you, and you're thinking he's there representing you, but he's representing a corporate fiction.
That's right.
And he don't supposed to be representing a body, so why are you showing up? But he gets you to do it to yourself so he can finish you off. So I wanted to share that in closing tonight, as what this got to do with everything. And what it has to do with is the fact that and a lot of them are Masons. If not all of them, they're Masons, and they're doing this to us. And the other oaths of the corporation, where they become fiduciary over us and robbing us blind while they're enslaving us and imprisoning us at the same time, and creating revenue for themselves. They're the private bankers. They're the ones that are doing all the stuff behind the debt collection agencies and all that. That's them. And if you look at the Wizard of Oz, the old one, when the man was standing beside the wagon, when she stopped by the wagon, you'll see on that wagon who they were talking about the birth certificates on the wagon. You remember when she was going to the voodoo man? Mm-hmm. Okay, read that wagon. Go back and look at that and read that wagon, and you'll see they was talking about the birth certificates. And those people that was listed on the wagon was the attorneys. Now you know.
Yeah.
I yield.
And if anyone's doubting about Her Philadelphia, I just want to challenge you. You can go Google and you can look yourself. You can look up the United States of America NATO, that's NATAL charts. Do it specifically because they have more than one, not just the 1776, but they have one set, other one 1783. They have two of them. If you can't find them, I can send them to you because I have them. I always look at them. I have the original, the handwritten one, not just the typed out one. And if you really look at that and research it, because trust me, they research you, then you will over and understand why they are going back to that location in that city and why it's for such a time as this under this stellium, which is not just the topical astrology, which is what they only give you, but under what we call the Vedic, the VEDIC astrology. Because see, right now we're under what we think is a Taurus moon, but under Vedic, which is under what they follow the moon, because the moon is the women, the mother. It's actually the Aries new moon today. So you will see why the energy is what it is. So before you kind of get to discussing and talking, until you understand astrology, and not actually astrology, astronomy, because what they call stars and planets is really the stellium.
And not horoscope.
Well, we're only set to confuse you. Don't just read the little papers, the newspaper with the free horoscope and the free person they give you.
Horo. It says horoscope, horo, not astrology.
Also numerology.
And numerology, all of it.
You're looking at the date, 5/13. 5 is change, but it's also the star of Venus.
Yes, it is.
It's the symbol for Venus. 13 is the Queen Mother seat, or the Great Mother. Right? And Monday is the day of the moon. Luna. And so the lunatics line up to bring the lunacy to the surface.
Yes.
Right? The divine feminine return and the men become intoxicated with the pheromone of the high vibrational frequency of the mitochondrial in the DNA. Reacting to the light codes, that's the solar flares. Solar flares come in, raise your consciousness, and feel the solar flares, then watch the Schumann resonance. The Earth, the Great Mother, is talking to the Sun, the Great Father. And they having a conversation about genetic structure. And that's why I tell people, after this next couple of years, anybody that don't belong here won't be able to stay here. The frequency of the Great Mother's daughters, what we call them the 12 daughters of Isis, which the earth is divided up into 12 prime tribal stocks. They are kindred, but they've been pitted against each other because they look different. As a means of oppressing the collective, always keep them in conflict with each other, and we'll rule over them while they fight each other. So they create the wars to keep us fighting. All the time they sit in Switzerland, a neutral country, laughing at us while they funding both sides of the conflict to keep us subjugated from the negative war energy, whoosh, hovering over the people now. With the constant threat of war generating the fear response, right, which is putting the mother people to sleep.
That's right.
And that's why you won't see me engaging in war with anybody. They want to pick a fight with me. I look the other way because I know that's what they're trying to do, and I won't allow it. I'm staying in love and peace. I'm not going to be in public controversy with nobody, in conflict, because I believe in live and let live. I'm not asking nobody to do anything. I'm just asking you to come back to your true self. That's my work, for you to come back home to yourself. Give you back you and show you what's been done over and over again. And I'm doing my work, Dr. G, with grace and style, with divinity and order of a thing.
Yes, you are. And we appreciate you.
Let them know about the refund, Empress.
What refund?
If they want to opt out, we'd gladly refund them.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let me say that. Yeah. I tell you what, if you come and you don't like it, we will gladly refund your misery. But those who want to come, we'll keep the light on for you. The light within ourselves.
All right. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you all so much. And it's much appreciated. Those of you who, who hung in there, please, if you haven't done it before, please make sure you press that like before you leave. If you have not, we appreciate it. And share this because others need to hear it and need to come on out if they can. And okay, I asked you this. And I said to you, Empress, can men participate? And you said
they can come around, but this is all about us right now. They can come around to protect us, but this is really our time.
Okay. So if they want to come, it's not participation. They would be more of a support system and a
spectators.
Spectators.
In the terms that middle class America understand, it's a meeting of the mothers at the Bridge Club.
Okay.
And eventually, when the Masons and the Eastern Stars walked across, what was that, Selma Bridge?
And they had the women behind.
They had the women behind. Yeah, I got my eye on y'all asses. You're gonna correct that. The Eastern Stars was supposed to walk in front of the men. And they was doing a ritual. So I'm bringing it to y'all attention that it was done wrong. And it has to be corrected. On purposely. Okay. So that's going to have to be corrected. And it will be at a later time. That's going to be corrected, because everywhere I go, I'm making corrections.
Right. All righty.
And you did know why I went to Delaware, don't you, Dr. G?
I sort of, kind of, yeah.
Okay. Well, we already know why we went to Tallahassee to end the conjure, right?
Right.
Okay. I came to Delaware because that's where all the corporations came in and took over the land and its people and resources. It's called pay to play. Okay, so that's why I read in the decree about the corporations, because that's where they all housed at in Delaware.
That's right.
So now I'm on my way to Philadelphia to bring back the matriarch and the matriarch of government. So I'm gonna come to Selma across and redo that walking or that bridge at some point.
Yeah.
I hear.
To the point where they did the contract, because I hope y'all know that that's the point where they did the contract. I hope they know it.
Yeah. So you following the tribal tradition for reclaiming the land for the matriarchs of the land. What you're doing is following the oral tradition. And they give you receipts because I was putting your information in the public domain. And the only way I would know it's your information is you got the receipts. The physical, tangible object that represent the oral tradition we following. The paperwork, the tokens, the symbols, all of that had to be surrendered to you if you're the rightful heir.
Right.
And so
they can't give it to you if you're not the rightful heir, because now they're in violation of all of the rules of the game. So we work together now to make sure that you just continue to reverse engineer they conjure by backstepping their steps. Remember, Delaware was the first state incorporated. And from the first state, they spread across the land with more corporations. All of the charters at one time was held in Delaware.
Yep. Oh yeah, one more thing, the bell. That bell, that cracked bell. We're gonna have to get that bell repaired because that was the frequency. Once you rung that bell, that frequency was really manifest out, and it healed the women, and it healed the land, and it did a lot more other stuff than they're telling us. So if you look at the bell and the little thing that's in the inside, that's a woman's clitoris.
It is.
Look at the bell. And
also about the April 8th eclipse is because it mimicked the New Magic Fault. During the New Magic Fault that happened for a whole year, or close to a year, from 1811 to 1812, they said the earthquake went so far that it went from one end of the country to another, and it actually hit also a bell as well, which mimics the same energy. What they don't know is that earthquake was not a natural earthquake. It was done really by the voodoo women in the Louisiana area because they were upset about the Louisiana Purchase. So they know what things are coming.
Remember, they replaced the sound of the bell with the organ. And the organ is the root word for orgasm. And they still in your energy as you come along to the church.
That's why so many women.
You don't know it. Right. And your spirit energy and your sexuality are twins. One goes up, the other comes down. Your sexuality comes down to ignite your lower self in your root chakra, and we call that arousal. Your spirit energy rises from your root chakra and to give this energy to your crown chakra so that you can see from a third eye view, a bird's eye view, a rare bird's eye view, the overview of the mother looking over the children. And the children sit at the feet of the master. And they say that the wisdom falls off the mother's lips and lands on the heads of babes. And wisdom is justified to her children because her children is going to move according to the wisdom of the mother. And that's why it's necessary that the mother have a vision, the vision of a better world and a more balanced future for the children, because she's manifesting these products through the womb.
And I'm birthing the nation.
That's pure because we have to drink the milk of the mother. And we can't have no dirty milk.
The deliverer of the nation is born through the womb of the mother. The mother programs the child to perform the function. The child assumes the position according to the talents developed. And then he go out and do the work mama said do. And go on back her up. So, son, I understand that you don't like that and you don't want to participate, but go do what your mama said and then we about it when you get done. You can tell me all about it and how bad it was once you go do what your mama said. Now you double mad because dad backing mama up and mama told you to do something that's right that you don't want to do because you feel you too mannish. So you run to Big Mama house and Big Mama say, come on in here, eat some of this soup. Sit back and relax. Think about that for a minute. Your parents took care of you your whole life and they just asked you to do something that's right. Now, I'm just your Big Mama. I'm just going to tell you what's right. Do what your parents said.
Love and light.
And the rightly guided child becomes the adult that can guide right.
All right.
So, as Big Mama said, you can try to disassociate yourself from mama if you want to. But then you don't got access to that wisdom.
Yeah.
You can't solve no problems then.
We're going to wrap it up. Thank you, son.
Thank you. Thank you both. Thank you all three of you, everyone to participate. Thank you so much. Thank you all too. We going out. Somebody said it earlier, said Dr. G falling asleep. I'm like, no, I'm not. Yes, it was. But it was not because it was boring, just because I'm tired. So thank you so much. And please share this, y'all. Please share this.
Right. Love and light, Dr. G.
Love and light to you, Empress.
I'll speak to you. Send my love to Taj.
I certainly will. I'm trying to find it. All of my stuff I have downloaded disappeared. Like that's been on here for like 2 years. Like all my little things when we had one of those little snafus, so all the pictures disappeared. So we'll figure this out.
All right. Well, love and light to you. I'm gonna close out my Zoom with I'm every woman. So I will let you go, and I love you, and I'll see you soon.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Dr. G. Really? Oh shit.
Yeah, that's me.
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 Dr. G. Really? Who's she?
Yeah, that's me.
Dr. G. Really? Who's she?
Yeah, that's me.